Alright, so in today's video, we've got some BlueBrixx rolling stock. So these are the tank cars, and it's a set of 5 for €50, so it's €10 each. That's really cheap. But I'm already thinking I'm probably going to have to replace the wheel sets with official Lego, or I have seen people use ball bearings, things like that. I've just heard some complaints about those. But if I can get the rest of it, for 10 each, that's great. So I'd placed a BlueBrixx order, so I went ahead and threw these in because I wanted to see what their rolling stock was like. Because I've kind of heard mixed opinions on different things, so I wanted to try it out. So this is what we got in the box. So there's all of our tanks there. And this is a 6-wide tank. So my own train tankers that I made were 8 wide. So these might go better with smaller locomotives or something. We'll see how I end up using them. It doesn't really look like that many different parts. This should be pretty easy to build because, again, these aren't like numbered bags. They're bagged by the type of part they are. So here's all the wheels. There's plates in there and buffers. So we got some ladders and then the end pieces. So that shouldn't be too bad, because I've mentioned before with BlueBrixx, the fact that they're bagged this way can make it a bit difficult for extremely large builds. I think in this case, it shouldn't be a problem whatsoever to get these put together. And so far, I've been pretty happy with the company. This is my second order, even though it's a bunch of sets, but it's the second bunch of sets coming in. And they've generally taken about 2 weeks to deliver. It's pretty much flat rate $35 shipping to the US, or €35, I guess. So as long as you order enough to justify it, it tends to work out pretty well. So I'm going to get all this put back up in here, take it upstairs and get these built. And then I'll have to have some kind of layout built, and I'll kind of go through and try to do some kind of comparison between these wheels and official Lego wheels. Because that's pretty much the chief complaint I've always heard of third-party train sets and train cars and things like that is the wheels just aren't as good as official Lego ones. So let's get to it. All right, so we've got them all built up here. I actually recorded that last clip about 5 months ago. And kind of finally got around to doing something with this. I had planned on building a larger layout, but just kind of set up on a table. And yeah, it's a mess, and it's kind of a gauntlet of crossovers and crossings and switches and stuff, because I wanted to see how these would do, and they do okay. So we'll get into that. First off, we can kind of compare. These have official Lego wheels and the magnetic buffers, and then these two are BlueBrixx. So we can. Oh, I don't think this is on. Okay. You can kind of pull these around. Uh-oh. So what I have seen, what happened here? It's something. Let me try this again. I think the batteries are about dead. Why is it? Okay. Just trying not to go too fast with it. Alright, so these are the BlueBrixx wheels, so there's no Lego logo on the side there. And let's see. So it made it through okay that time. We pulled all the way around. And I'm just gonna detach the locomotive and pull him out of the way. Something I noticed is that they didn't like going through this double crossover right. Well, there, what a lot of stuff hits that on these These are cheap AliExpress double crossovers. So it usually hits on that wheel. And then if you'll see here, this is like really stressed. It's just, and it's really hard to pull through there. And there's just a lot of resistance. And I think that's just kind of the wheelbase working against us. So what I did is I brought down some of my kind of two-wheel train cars. And move that out of the way. And these tend to do a lot better. These just glide right through. So let's kind of compare the wheelbase. You can see these are a lot closer together. Or maybe it's just like one stud on each side. I should have set up a tripod. All right. It looks like about 3 studs. So these might actually, I think these are an odd number apart from each other. So that's one thing I noticed. 2, let's talk about rolling resistance. So I'm going to pull those over. I'm going to set all these 2 straight. And straight. Okay. So this is going to be hard to do because I'm just going to physically push them. But yeah, this is the rolling resistance. This is Lego. Whoops. Screwed that up. All right. So these roll pretty good. Now these are the BlueBrixx. I'm not a huge fan of this ladder. And just if I could just feeling them, there's so much more resistance in the wheels than there are with these. I mean, these aren't perfect. Nothing like ball bearings or anything. But I think a lot of people have done kind of rolling tests with them, you know, just to see how far they'll roll. And Lego definitely does a lot better with this. And this is, of course, with metal axles. I'm not using the plastic ones, which aren't as good. Now, one other thing I noticed is that these are Lego buffers. And these detach very, very easily. And then these are BlueBrixx. And it's actually, it's got a decent bit more pull. That's kind of promising. I might actually order a bunch of these if they sell at a decent price on their own, because I wouldn't mind a little bit of a stronger magnet. You've probably seen in a previous video, I had to use magnets to keep cars from detaching when they were going through inclines and things like that, or just very long trains. So that was kind of interesting to me. They have a little, so this is how much play the Lego has. These have a little bit less. It's hard to kind of see, but I don't know if that would make a difference if, I mean, through inclines and stuff, they seem to have a decent amount of play in them. Now, as for the build themselves, there's some things that kind of bug me because they're asymmetrical. You can, oops, sorry. This is offset because it kind of has to be, because it's 4 studs, and it just goes off center like that. You've got the rail that's only on one side. The other side doesn't have it. And then these ladders are just kind of finicky, and there it goes, gone forever. So I'm not a huge fan of that. They're a little bland, I guess, but you could put some stickers on there. I mean, they could be, with a few modifications, be a little bit better than the stock build. But again, these are like 10 euro each. You know, it was 50 euro to get 5 of them. Actually, the 5th one's in the box down there. I never built it. I guess I will soon here. But I'm not sure what my plans are with this now. I might actually just leave the BlueBrixx wheels on there, and then just I can use them in the background of shots and sightings and things like that. Because for 2 wheels like this, I generally run those with the 9-volt stuff. I just think it kind of makes a little more sense. It just kind of looks better because for that I've got, you know, these are my 9-volt locomotives. Like I've got the my own train. kind of more industrial thing, you know, like this guy. And well, okay, I'm knocking stuff over. So I think it fits a little better than with like these locomotives, which I kind of envision having longer trains and everything. But that's just a personal preference. I guess we can, and we haven't actually shown them running around the layout, so we can try that. And of course, that's a dual motor locomotive running by Brixx. It's a beast. I love these locomotives. So it's doing okay. Let's try the double crossover gauntlet and see how it does. I don't remember if this was causing derailments or not. Just go with a decent little speed. It'll slow down on the curves, of course, and it will slow down through here too. And we have our first derailment. And I think that's actually that is the Lego wheels that derailed. But again, I think it's just how these get so jacked up through here. They're just the wheelbase is not liking all this. Like, oh, that is so tough to pull it through right there, because the wheels are just grinding against the rails, because the couplers are just, they're not liking it. So that's another reason I think these might, you know, if anything, I can use them with the like simple 9-volt layouts, because I don't have any of the FX Brixx wide radius track or any crazy switch tracks or anything. You know, it's typically the RC track is where I have all of this craziness through here. This Y is from AliExpress, along with the double crossover. This double crossover, 3D printed, that's from 40Brixx. Those switches over there are from 40Brixx. So I think they do fine on a 9-volt layout, just simple kind of stuff. So maybe I'll do some work on these. I don't think they're quite big enough to justify having like 2-axle bogies on each one. And I already have the Octane tanker cars anyways. They're a little bit bigger than these. So basically that's kind of the review. If you want some cheap bulk rolling stock, these are decent. I would probably recommend upgrading the wheels from the BlueBrixx. I think I have seen some folks in like Discord and stuff try to do ball bearings with these, and I think the results are maybe a little bit hit or miss. I think that's kind of the problem, is that the tolerances on these just aren't as good as Lego. So these wheels might be a little bit closer into each other or further apart, and that's going to add to your derailments and things like that. And again, the rolling resistance is just way worse than Lego, and just this wheelbase, it's a lot of resistance, because I don't think you'd put them any further apart than that, because you can see it's just like this flange is going to catch on the inner or outer, wherever yeah, on the outer. It just catches a little bit much and adds a lot of resistance. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. I probably will do some more BlueBrixx stuff coming up here. And really, again, these have been planned for a few months, and I just haven't got around to it. There's been a lot of things going on, which I kind of talked about in a recent update video. Wow, listen to this thing squeak. So yeah, huge shout out to the channel members for helping keeping everything going here, and Discord members. We definitely talk about third-party and custom modifications and all that kind of stuff in Discord. So, we got a derailment. Well, I think that signifies the end of the video. So, thank you all for watching.